Ephesians 3:16-19. It says this. This is Paul praying that the Father gave you, according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened. That means to prevail, to be strengthened, to prevail with power through his Spirit in your inner man, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. That being rooted and grounded in love may be fully able to comprehend with all the saints. That word comprehend means to seize aggressively with all the saints what is the width and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ that surpasses knowledge. It doesn't stop there, but let's rewind for a second. What Paul is praying right now is that the Father gave us according to his glory for us to prevail with power by his Holy Spirit in our inner man, so that Christ may dwell in our hearts through faith. So by being rooted in love, which comes from that place of abiding in him, we may be able to fully seize, aggressively take hold of, with all the saints, the length, width, height, depth, the fullness of God's love. That this love which surpasses knowledge, that word knowledge here is doctrine. To what end does Paul pray this? He says, so that you may be filled, that means to capacity, with all the fullness, meaning to the maximum of God. So, rewritten, Ephesians 3:16-19 sounds like this. I pray that your soul prevails with power through the Spirit, so that Christ dwells in your heart through faith, that being grounded in love, you surpass doctrine, and you seize and encounter the full love of Christ and be completely filled with God's fullness. Therefore, to the degree that we know the love of Christ is to the degree that we are filled with the fullness of God. If you want to be filled with the fullness of God, his power, his wisdom, his character, then you must allow him to transform you in his love, which means in his presence. And that takes quantity time, and that takes quality of time.